to start by giving a huge apology for being MIA for the past couple of weeks. I know it's horrible. I was going through life. I kind of like had a job, and then I had to work on my thesis so I could graduate, and then I finally graduated, which was also just a whole crazy period in itself. But I'm back, and I promise I'm gonna be consistent, and I will put these videos out for you guys. Thank you for everybody that has reached out to ask about what is going on. But you know, you'll catch a little bit about of what I've been going through as I go through the vlog. But I'm here now. So this week, the title of my vlog is "You Are Enough," and the whole period of my grad program, the 2-year program, I've grown so much as a person, and one of the biggest lessons that I learned was that you are enough. And really it started just like right off the bat, grad school itself, day one, you know, we're in class and all introducing ourselves and like the schools that we went to, right, for our bachelor's, for our undergrad. And then, you know, you're like hearing all these people go, oh, I'm so and so and I went to Harvard. Oh, I went to Stanford. I went to UC Berkeley. I went here, like all these crazy prestigious schools, right? And then it comes to me and I'm just like, I'm from the University of Zambia. Nobody knows what the University of Zambia is. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, you know, not on the Harvard level. And I guess like just being in class with like people that went to all these prestigious schools or whatever, I kind of felt like, oh my gosh, like what am I doing here? Like, do I have what it takes? Like, can I actually do this? Like, you know, these people just seem way more advanced and way more exposed than I am. Like, you know, I kind of really felt out of place. But the answer was yes, you do belong here. So like even when I started my internships, I have always been like a very, very hardworking person, and you know, I always, you know, get the job done. I'm very like diligent with my work. But I was a little timid, you know, like when I started. And I remember my boss, who I was interning for, amazing person, love him to death. You know, he was having a review with me, and he told me, he said, you know, Kasuba, like you are really good at what you do, you know, but like my criticism to you is that you have to put yourself out there more. Like, it's a great thing to do your job well, but like people need to know that you're here. You know, make yourself known, and like people need to know that you're the one that's doing this great job or whatever. And I was like, that changed my life, you know. So I was able to just be myself and have like more confidence in what I was doing. You are where you are because of who you are and what's, you know, on your shoulders. You know, you have a good head on your shoulders, you are smart, you belong where you are, and you know, you're enough. Like, you're no less than your peers around you, you know what I mean? Just because you come from like, you know, in a country in Africa, doesn't make you less talented or less smart or whatever, you know. Like, and I've seen it like even, you know, just like work, you know, not necessarily like in school, but just like in work, you know, sometimes you have work and you have to do it with like professionals that have come from like, you know, great backgrounds, and you start to feel intimidated. Don't. You belong there, and you belong doing what you're doing. So just, you know, take it, run with it, be fire, and, you know, do what you do the way you know how to do it, and just have the confidence to, because you are enough, and that's why you got that job. But sometimes, you know, these insecurities, they keep creeping up on you sometimes. One time you know, at the same company actually where I was interning, it's a great company. I love the people there. I made friends there, and I, you know, had a great experience. I learned so much. But there was a job opportunity that came up, and they were like, oh, Kasuba, like you're up for this. And I was like, oh, okay, great. So I did like this 2-week trial. It was going amazing, went well. I got great reviews, and you know, even my boss who I was interning for got great reviews saying, oh, she's doing so great. And I just get a call that night, and they're like, oh, sorry, it's not gonna work, the job is not gonna work out. Yeah, we just I'm like, why? Like I've worked out my work situation or whatever, and they're like, oh no, we just wanted someone with like different experience. Okay, you know. So I mean, I don't know what exactly their reasons were. You know, I have my own like, you know, theories or whatever that I thought, but just that experience, it's very easy for these insecurities to start creeping up on you and being like, oh, am I really good at my job? Maybe I really suck. Like maybe this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, maybe like this kind of job is just not my thing, and you know, maybe I should just, you know, try something else. So I was really bummed for a couple of days, maybe a week. But I'm like very good at picking myself up, and you know, just, you know, remembering that, listen, like Kasuba, you are good at this and you did do a good job, you did do your best. And obviously when you're starting a new job, there's growing pains, there's, you know, there's a learning curve, you know. And so I don't, you know, I just had to, you know, sit with myself. I feel like I'm very self-aware, and I know when I'm wrong and when I'm doing things wrong or whatever. So you know, I just had to be like, listen, just because that didn't work out doesn't mean that you suck at the job or whatever. Like you are good and you have what it takes, you know. So I don't know what like you guys may be going through, it be it a job or, you know, school or wherever, where you just kind of feel inadequate. I just want to encourage you guys that you are not inadequate. You know, like, and you know, some people, you know, maybe need to work on a couple of things. You know, I spoke about that in one of my vlogs, things I learned from rejection. But I know that all my viewers are very excellent and competent and are able to do the job. So you know, whatever insecurities that you're having about like whether you can do it, you know, you've been given a position and you just feel inadequate, I just want to encourage you to not. You were given that position for a purpose, and you have what it takes to do it, and just believe in yourself and have the confidence to take it and, you know, blow it out of the park. And you know, sometimes in relationships, you know, you might feel inadequate. You know, sometimes we have partners that make us feel inadequate. You know, maybe you were cheated on, or maybe you were left, and you know, you start to question like, oh, like, am I not pretty enough? Am I not funny enough? Am I not smart enough? And girl, well, I'm a woman, someone was like, girl, you are. But you know, be it whether you're a woman or a man, is like, you are good enough, you know. And you were just not a good fit with that person, you know. And just because you're not a good fit with the person that you want, it doesn't mean that you're not good enough. You are good enough for the right people. And you know, as soon as you accept who you are, and you know, just love yourself for who you are, accept it, then the right people will, you know, come into your life, be it in a relationship, be it an employer, you know. Those people, you know, you'll attract that when you're just yourself and you're happy with who you are and you're doing your best with everything that you've been handed. If this is your first time watching my vlog, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Kasuba, and I hope that you have been encouraged in one way or another with this video. If you have, please let me know by liking and commenting, and if you haven't yet subscribed, please do. I have a few other videos. I should have more, but I have a few more other videos, and I'll have more each week that you guys can watch and just be encouraged. I just want to know that I'm making a positive impact, and you know, so just let me know if you like it, and you know, if it helps you in any way. But yeah, I'm so glad to be back, and I can't wait to hear back from you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.